we hope that you all are enjoying our virtual ALK Summit. We are not done yet. We hope that you have learned more about our disease, have hope for what's coming down the pipeline, have networked and met some new friends within this platform, and can feel the love and support within our ALK community. Someone at the very start of yesterday sparked a $5,000 match if you donated within our platform, and it has sparked many to match and join on. So if you choose to make a donation during our summit, it will be matched up to $100,000. So we want to thank everyone, and it's really spectacular. I have met and worked with some amazing people within this ALK community. It's the silver linings of lung cancer. This summit had a lot of people helping, and we want to make sure that we thank and acknowledge Kirk Smith, who made every little tile and graphic and joined in on every Tuesday morning call. Shell Garumble, she also helped with many IT tech problems, and there he is. And lots of questions. Shell and Erica was in charge of 500 swag bags and made sure to go to Costco so everyone had lifesavers in their swag bags, because we are each other's lifesavers. Gina, Summer, Colin, Emily, Bill, and all of our breakout hosts have helped out with this summit and many more. And we also want to make sure we thank everyone here at ShowCare. They're the ones behind all of this tech stuff helping out. And so we want to make sure we thank all of them. It truly takes a village. And with the help of all of our doctors communicating, researchers, the support of our friends and family, our ALK group working and fundraising together, and all of us here today, we all have one goal, and that's a cure. And I am not giving up hope and faith for a cure. We are all stronger together. Thank you all so much for joining us during this summit. And it is such a great community that we have. Many people in our ALK community have their own mantras. I like to say that I notice the winks from God. Colin uses treasure every day. Erica tells people to live their best life. And Kirk Smith reminds everyone to live. And Gina Hollenbeck says mutter stars. So to tell us about her mantra and give us her closing thoughts, our dear friend, Miss Gina Hollenbeck.
Thank you so much, Amanda. If you can, just everybody reach out and give Amanda a huge round of applause, because she has done it again. Another amazing ALK Summit. And we are so, so, so thankful for you, Amanda, and all of your hard work and effort. And to be honest with you, this is like a yearly thing. I mean, it takes a year to produce one of these. And Amanda has just really gone above and beyond for our ALK community to try to bring us together. Now, Amanda likes to be together because she's one of those people who likes to give you a hug. And from our very, very first ALK Summit in Kentucky, it was magical just getting everyone together. So we can't wait till we can do it again. Now, we're hoping that we're gonna have some type of a combo, but we wanna reach out to everybody, and we wanna make sure that everybody can be involved. And so we always think of you. If you are here, you are our family, and your family joined by mutant DNA. So welcome to the family, maybe the family that you didn't wanna be a part of, but together we are so much stronger, and together we can have hope, just like Amanda said. So, I want to tell you a little bit about Mutter Stars and kind of what it means, and moving forward, how it helps me to see that I am truly a lucky girl. So some of you may have heard me say that before. I'm a lucky girl, and I believe that. I think that I really am lucky. And if you know my story, you might say, she's not a very lucky girl at all. She has stage 4 lung cancer. She's got a terminal illness with brain metastasis, and actually no more targeted therapies to go to. So she's she's not very lucky at all, but I just see things a lot differently than that. And the reason that I do is because of my mantra, which is a question. It's a question that I pose to myself every day, and it's mud or stars. And it came about several years ago. My family was living in a foreign country, and we were having a hard time acclimating to the culture. And my son was struggling, and he was actually being beat up. And I remember taking him out because I had read a book. And I read this book by Dale Carnegie, and it said that two men look through the same prison bars. One sees the mud, and one sees the stars. And so what that means is that we can't always control our situation, but we can control what we choose to focus on. Are we going to choose to focus on the negative, the mud, or are we going to focus on the stars, the positives? And the truth is, I took my husband and my son outside, and I said, look at the stars. The stars are shining, but they can't shine without darkness. And so I asked my son, what is it going to be? I know you're going through some tough circumstances, but what's it going to be, mud or stars? And he said, stars, baby, stars. And I said, I love that. And so the rest of our time there was focused on all the amazing things that we got to see in this foreign country. And so we really kind of focused on the positive. And so then I'll fast forward you a few years. We're back in the States, and I developed a cough. I was at the peak of my physical health, like so many of you, and training for a triathlon, and I had a cough, and nobody took it seriously, and it took a long time, but finally I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer that had metastasized to my brain, and that was back in 2015. The doctors at major teaching hospitals told me I only had 10 months to live. And so my advice to you is, if anybody tells you or puts an expiration date on you, I would definitely say go get another doctor. So here I am in 2021, and people are telling me there's just not much hope for me. And so my husband and I had to tell our kids this story, that I had a terminal illness that there was no cure for, and we still had hope. And I thought that they weren't going to buy it. That's going to be the truth. I thought that they wouldn't buy the hope, and they wouldn't see anything positive. And my son, who was back in Germany, a second grader, was now in 6th grade. And he looked at me and he said, Mama, what's it going to be? And I said, stars, baby, stars. So that's the question always through this situation for me. Mud or stars, the choice is ours. Are we going to look at the positive or the negative? And I'm going to tell you, because I look for the stars, I look for the joy and the moments that this journey, I'm not going to ever say that it's not difficult, because it is difficult, but I see it in a different light. I see it as being incredibly lucky. I'm so lucky to have been the daughter of a naval commander. I'm so lucky to have learned to love all people who don't look like me or act like me. I am so lucky to have a loving family. I am so lucky to have gone through a craniotomy and brain surgery and seen the fear in my husband's eyes, but come out of the operating room and seen the love and the joy from my children. I am so lucky. And so through this journey, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to find people like Amanda. I remember the first time that I met her at a longevity summit, and she was a mom like me, and I had felt so lonely in this journey. And this is just to say that we're so much stronger together. But I met another mom that was like me, who was going through the same thing that I was. And all of a sudden I felt connected. And then in our ALK-positive support group, I found a place where I could use my nursing skills and talk about the medical side of this disease, and work to help others in the group who didn't have great doctors like I had. And then I got to work with this amazing board of ALK-positive people who brought their talents and skills. And Amanda's husband told us the other night, like, you guys can't turn it off. We just keep going because we care so much about this group and we care so much about what happens to you. But our ALK-positive community has come together. We have learned to hold each other through this disease, not just through fundraising for amazing research. Gosh, we put our dollars together and we have raised millions for research. Not just doing that, not just funding the most impactful research, but also holding each other's hands and celebrating all of those NEDs and being sad when the results aren't quite NED. And some of you right now have been biking right before this summit, but I also have gotten a text from a very dear friend who got admitted to the hospital this morning. She was watching the ALK Summit at her house yesterday, and now she's in the hospital. And so we haven't made this a chronic disease yet, but we know that there is hope, that together we can make a huge, huge difference. Together we can share experiences. Together we can learn from each other. And I'm not here to tell you that it's all rainbows and sunshine, but if you don't look for the positives, you might miss the stars. Sometimes you have to look for the stars. And when we're trying to look for the stars, sometimes it gets a little bit hard, but we know that together we can do it. And one of my favorite quotes is, to live, it's from Oscar Wilde, to live is one of the rarest things in the world. Most people just exist. And I think I've heard it said again and again on here, is that we want to live. So I know that I'll have on my tombstone a birth date and a death date, but that dash in the middle, that dash is where I want to live. And I hope you do too. And I know that sometimes it's not easy. It's not rainbows. But when you're looking for the stars and holding other people's hands, you can do this. And so my message to you is my chalkboard: never, never give up. And together we can get somewhere. We are stronger together. Together we can accomplish so much. And it's not just our ALK community, but it's the whole lung cancer community. It's the whole oncology community. We need everybody working together to fight this monster called cancer. But we know that we can do it together. We want to end this amazing ALK Summit, Stronger Together, with a photo montage of the incredible people living with cancer and their care partners and some of the researchers and advocates out there. We want to show that you are incredibly amazing humans. And we want to show that your story is so powerful and that we are stronger together.
Heartbeats only happen one at a time, one at a time. You can't rush a moment, so don't even try, don't even try. There's a symphony you're missing. If you only listen, you'll find big magic in the mundane, the big picture in a small frame. Everything is sacred when you take time to notice. Big love happens in the small moments. Big love happens in the small moments. There's no use in chasing nickels and dimes, nickels and dimes. Riches all around you, open your eyes.